everyone can hear me okay? I'm holding a mic today. So hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm Linda Simovich. I am on the product team for Dynamics 365 for Sales. We've been very busy this semester building out a lot for the April release, which just came out on April 1st. And part of that release was extending our capability with some CPQ partners. But we also did some work as well as a team to make it a little more robust as an offering. So I'm going to talk to you about what exactly it is that we have done for CPQ in our sales product and what those investments were in our platform. And then I'm going to be, I don't know why these are out of order. I'm going to be inviting our partners up to the stage. We have two partners with us today, and they're going to demo some of the capabilities that they have built. And I'll talk a little bit more about what we're going to be doing going forward. So CPQ in Dynamics 365 for Sales to date has really not been much of a product. We got a lot of feedback. We talked to people from our own field that 3 out of the 4 largest deals they did this year needed CPQ. We don't have a first-party offering for CPQ. We talked to others about how CPQ is so complex, and it is very hard. CPQ is configure, price, quote, and each one of those letters has a lot of configuration and expertise behind it that we just did not want to build. So what that meant was we wanted to really lean on our partner ecosystem. And we have 2 really great partners who started with this journey with us, Pros and Experlogics, and brought them in for some brainstorming sessions. And we wanted to hear from them about what are they hearing about what customers are saying about CPQ being integrated with Dynamics. Where were the gaps? What were the challenges? And how could we make that better together? So we wanted to improve our out-of-the-box offering. Our basic capabilities in CPQ do not really exist. However, we've done a lot of investment over the past 2 years on the Common Data Service. So CDS gives you that capability of extending your data model and having that available in other applications. And one thing that we wanted to do is make it available through to F&O, our Finance and Operations product. So we looked at how to make CDS that central place where we put the data, which opens it up for many other scenarios. And we also wanted to have a better experience overall with CPQ. And there was some feedback about how do you click to create a quote, how do you email that quote, and we listened and we brought that into our April release. So I'll go deeper on those scenarios, but I did want to say that Pros was Global ISV of the Year in 2017, and Experlogics was the US Dynamics ISV of the Year in 2016. So we have some really strong partners that we went out of the gate with this partnership on, but we do have others that we are working with as well, like Econ Solutions. So you will be seeing more announcements about other CPQ vendors entering this space, but we were very lucky to have those that wanted to build with in this partnership from the get-go. So what did Dynamics build? We look at 3 main themes. We have our Unified Data Store, which is the CDS. You hear that acronym a lot from people this week. We also look at how can we infuse intelligence with CPQ scenarios. And then finally, if you saw the keynote this morning, we're also looking at immersive experiences, so things like mixed reality, augmented reality. If we split this into 2 pieces, we have first party, that's what my team built. We did dual write preview for finance and operations using CDS. We also have an assistant studio, which can help surface recommendations like cross-sell, upsell. And then we did things like product visualize, which was part of that keynote demo. We also have a great click-to-quote on the PDF. And we also helped make it easier to find these CPQ partners that we're working with. And from our partner ecosystem, when it comes to CDS, a partner who has a CPQ software offering can write in products, or they can also write to our own product catalog. So we're working to get those products into the CDS actual data model of what product entities are, because if they're in there, they light up in other applications immediately. There's no data integration needed. We're also looking at how to leverage that cross-sell, upsell capability that our partners have done and bring those into things like our Assistant Studio and leverage this to tell the rep, I've seen some kind of activity over in the CPQ software, and you need to take action on it now in CRM. And finally, with the immersive experiences, our partners have done an amazing job with trying out new technology and trying to expand the capability and thinking more forward thinking of how a rep would sell a product when they can't carry that product with them out on the field. So, what is dual write preview? In the past, we had a CRM with a database underneath of it. That's what we call CDS today. And then over in F&O, there was a very separate application. They both bring great capabilities, but they didn't talk to each other easily without some massaging of the data. So now, in preview right now, we just launched this capability that we have a dual write on the CDS. So if you're writing in to the product catalog over in F&O, those products will appear over in CRM. And this is really great for invoicing scenarios. There is almost real-time capability here where you write that product and it will show up over in the other application almost immediately. And this is something that you can try out now because it is in preview and it will be GAing shortly after. We also just released a preview, what's called the Relationship Assistant Studio. How many of you were in just the previous session in this room? So you did get to see a little bit about this. It is built on top of Flow, so you get to use the same tools that Flow gives to give actions off of data that is in CDS. So if you saw somebody do a recent sale or an opportunity that had a similar product to another opportunity, you can recommend a card and recommend a product. So there's almost unlimited capability here. What we're doing is working with our partners to build these out-of-the-box cards now that you can leverage and just turn on by default. But the Assistant Studio is a drag and drop experience. It's all WYSIWYG. You can go in today and try it out if you'd like. If you're familiar with Flow, you'll notice that it looks very similar and it's very easy to use. And those Flow connectors work with any third-party recommendation engine. So if there's an existing Flow connector out there, you can leverage that to build an assistant card. So Product Visualize was one of the more exciting things that I think in that demo today. I thought that it was beautiful how we can get to this future state of having a digital twin. So essentially creating a 3D model of a product which you don't have to actually manufacture at the time. So it saves companies money because they can build this product in a 3D space, make adjustments to it, and iterate on that before they actually take it to the production phase. And that helps build buyer confidence in the products because the buyer gets to try it out digitally first. They get to see how it fits into the space that they want it in. I've seen this be a very interesting use case for medical device companies where they want to bring a medical device into a hospital setting. You can place that into the hospital room and they can make sure that it's going to fit and that it's not going to be something that gets in the way of medical staff. And it also helps accelerate that sales cycle. I've seen that 3D modeling like this, any kind of new technology, is always a way of an introduction in the door with your customer who may not have seen a new product from your company in a while. This gives them that extra edge for them to take a look at your product again. And the Create an Email Quote PDF. This was one of those moments where we sat down with our CPQ partners and had a realistic look at our product from their lens. And it is not pretty in our product previously to April. It was very difficult. You had to generate the PDF, download it, put it back up into the product again to email it. And that's not a good experience for anybody. So we decided to make this a little more streamlined. Now you can create the PDF and it will be automatically stored in SharePoint. There's no downloading that has to happen. And you can take that file and then send it through email through Dynamics. So it's a lot better because then if the rep is on the road and they can't do this download into their iPhone, they can do it directly from Dynamics with no additional work. And finally, in our ecosystem, this was the first time that we tried to make it easier for an administrator to find the partner application that they wanted to install. So from our administrator screen, if you're configuring Dynamics and you go to CPQ and you want to turn on CPQ, this will drop you directly into the App Store and show you all of the vendors that we have surfaced as a preferred partner. And you will see in there a few partners today. This is a really great way for them to quickly get to the piece of the App Store that is relevant to that configuration step. So with that, I'd like to invite up Explorlogix to the stage. They're going to give us a demo of the capabilities that they're working on. Come on up. And you are on.
Is my mic on? Okay. I guess it is.
Test. Okay, it's very loud. All right, hi everybody. My name is Jeff. This is Aaron. And what we're pleased to present to you today is a complete quote-to-manufacture Malibu boats demonstration using a fully integrated Dynamics Partner Portal, Dynamics CE, and Dynamics F&O, all powered by a single instance of Explorlogix CPQ. And by the way, just a disclaimer, this is not Malibu's production environment. These aren't their rules, these aren't their pricing, it's strictly a demo. So just keep that in mind as you see this demonstration. So my friend Aaron here is really anxious to buy a Malibu boat, so let's get started with the demo. So I'm gonna play the role of a Malibu dealer sales rep. I'm gonna log into the portal, as I've done here, right? I'm gonna go over to quotes in the Dynamics portal. And I knew Aaron was coming in today, so I've got his quote queued up, and we're gonna launch Explorlogix CPQ to configure Aaron's boat. Now, I know the boat model that he wants to configure. If I wasn't quite sure, we could go through, have Explorlogix CPQ ask me a series of questions to arrive at the right boat. But in this case, I know through previous conversations that Aaron is interested in the 25 LSV, which happens to be our flagship model. So when we select the 25 LSV, this now loads all the categories and options that are specific to that model. And Explorlogix surfaces some key questions for me right out of the gate. And one of the questions I have for you, Aaron, is I know you live in Utah. Where do you plan on using your boat? Will it be on Utah Lake, or will you be using it in Salt Lake?
Utah Lake is a little murky. I think I'd like to park in the marina.
You like to park
in the Great Salt Lake.
In the Great Salt Lake. Okay, very good. Well, actually, through Explorlogix, we're able to help you configure your boat and the specifications right before your eyes. So once you've already got the iPad, so why don't you open that up, and you'll walk you through a specification here right before your eyes.
All right. That looks fantastic. I love earth tones, especially on the water. It's fantastic. That looks really nice.
Well, Aaron, Explorlogix is actually powering everything that you see right now. So every selection that I make will be validated through our rules engine. First of all, what do you think about trying out a different color?
Well, I'm looking for something that's a little more flamboyant, something that'll really make a splash.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
well, how does this hit you?
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I like it. I do like it a lot, but we're coming up on the 4th of July, and I'm feeling a little patriotic.
Are you? Well, have I got just the color for you, Aaron? What do you think about this 4th of July package here?
That's really cool. That's really cool. I love it. So one item that, when I take my family out on the water, we want to listen to music. We like to be able to blast tunes out there as we're surfing.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of options do we have there?
Well, in the tower, right now, the base tower includes 2 speakers. We could kick it up a notch for you here and add 4 speakers. So let me do that for you, and you'll see where those are placed.
All right, that's not bad. I like that a lot. We have a big family, though. Is this going to hold enough boards? Is it going to hold all our boards?
You do have how many kids do you have, Aaron?
We have 5.
Well, in that case, yeah, you're going to need a bigger tower to hold all those boards. So let me bump you up to the G10. And
yeah.
immediately now, Explorlogics is presenting me with an upsell message. I'm a new sales rep. I'm not familiar with all these cool upsell suggestions. In this case, you really ought to add the surf band, camera mount, and a lighting system. Do you want to go for that as well?
Absolutely.
I knew you'd say yes, Aaron.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Money is no object.
Well, in that case, you're going to want some transom lights for the underwater. Would you like green or white, sir?
You pick what you think is going to look best.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent. Well, then, green it is, sir. Okay. So how does that look? Are you happy with that configuration?
Yep, I think it's fantastic.
Awesome. All right. Well, very good. Well, let me take you through some other selections here before we then convert this quote into an order.
So that was running through Explorlogics Live. You were making those changes, and it was real time.
Absolutely.
On the device.
In real
That's really
time,
cool.
yes. So let's pick a different engine here. We've got the base Monsoon engine, but I know, Aaron, actually, let's go back. One thing I should have done is pick the water type here, right? Because you mentioned you're going to be using it in Salt Lake. So let's go with the saltwater package. Explorlogics has automatically added the correct saltwater package, the correct engine, and so forth that will allow this boat to run efficiently in saltwater. So let's go ahead and change the engine. Notice now we're only displaying engines that are compatible in that environment. And I know, you like a supercharged engine. You have the need for speed all the way. So we're going to go with that supercharged engine and add that to your configuration. That's going to update the price for you. I would also suggest adding this really cool Sport Dash, all right, where you can have a joystick and a wireless charger and that type of thing for your phone. How does that look? Oh, that's right. You said money was no object. All right, so we're going to keep adding that item as well. You're going to need a trailer. And Explorlogics has grayed out the incompatible trailer because your boat is so big and so tricked out now, there's no way the base trailer is going to fit. So we're going to add the tandem axle trailer. And then finally, from a discounting perspective, since you already gave away that money is no object.
I should state that.
Too late now, Aaron. Too late now. But if you did try to, get a crazy discount from me, the CPQ software won't let me do it, right? You'll see right there, I'm going to need an approval. It's probably not going to happen. So we're just going to go back to that list price because you're Mr. Moneybags. So with that, we're going to go ahead and save this configuration. This is going to now right back to the Dynamics portal. What's interesting now is that simultaneously, this quote and this configuration will also show up in Malibu CE system. So if we flip over to Dynamics CE, we're going to go over to quotes. And by default, I'm looking at, as an internal sales rep, I'm looking at my quotes. But in this case now, I want to look at a view of quotes that are created out in the portal. And there's a quote that was created out in the portal a moment ago for Aaron. So now internally, right, I can come in and view this quote. We still have access to Explorlogics, so we can go back and view this quote and validate this quote from Dynamics CE. So we can edit this quote, right? At the same time, in the background, we're generating a bill of material. That can be viewed interactively. So this is a simple BOM with a route here. And this is now looking good. So internally now, we're going to go ahead and convert this quote into an order. All right, so we're going to activate the quote. We're going to create the order. Closed as one. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, Jeff.
That's a great order. We're now going to take it one last step. Appreciate your order. We are going to then send this order from CE to Finance and Operations using CDS. All right, so now we can go to F&O. Let's move over to Sales Order Processing. Let's say, show me all the sales orders. All right, we'll bring up that sales order that was now sent over from CE. And notice, even in F&O, you have access to Xproject CPQ. So if at the 11th hour we needed to make a change, Aaron's family changed their mind and they want to go back to that cool color scheme or different color scheme, that we can go back and edit that configuration. Bill of material and production order will be updated for you as well. So single instance of Xprojects. Let's go back to that Malibu green. We'll save that configuration. This is going to update the order, going to create the production order for you in one hit in F&O. Okay, so again, to wrap up, what we've witnessed here is a single instance of Xprojects that you can maintain and run from the Dynamics portal, as you saw here, from CE, as well as from finance and operations. My time is up. We'll answer questions after. Sorry, my time is up.
Great.
We have to let somebody else on board next.
Thank you so much. That was so cool. You guys might give him a round of applause. And next we have Pros coming up, who's also going to demo the tighter integration scenarios that we built together. And you're on.
Hey, so can you hear me okay? There we go. Got to get a little closer here to the mic. So my name is Amber Weaver. I lead our pricing and selling solutions product management team at Pros. And today I would just want to highlight a few things that Pros does really well from a CPQ standpoint and show how that's lighting up the experience within Dynamics 365 for sales. So Pros is a CPQ and pricing provider with our focus around AI and data science. So just a little bit of background and then we'll get into the demo. Is we started over 30 years doing revenue management and pricing for airline tickets. We've been able to take that approach around data science and selling and optimizing that sell to increase revenue and win across 30 industries, specifically focused on the B2B enterprise. So today we're going to take a look at how Pros CPQ really helps companies manage those large, big deals, win at those deals, and increase their margin and profitability by doing so. So I'm going to start here in my Dynamics 365 Sales Hub environment. So in this area is a solution that we provide with our CPQ called Opportunity Detection. And what this does is different from your typical cross-sell product links. We're actually digging deep into the transaction data to understand where there may be some white space. So for example, here I have Austin Data Systems. I see that there is a gap in the cloud hosting. And we're able to identify this because we have identified similar companies to Austin Data Systems and understanding, hey, these other guys are using your cloud hosting services, but Austin Data isn't. So you have an opportunity within your existing accounts to create a new sell. We also surface these. I'm going to flip over now and take a look from the account view within Dynamics 365 for sales. So within the account view, we provide those same recommendations. So if a sales rep comes in, they can start their day by taking a look at the opportunities in that previous view, or if they're working on a specific account, we show those opportunities there. Now, one of the things that Linda mentioned is bringing this intelligence and insights even closer to the sales rep. So right now we have within our innovation teams, we're working on creating a flow connector so that we can leverage the relationship assistant and actually, as we generate those new insights, surface those directly within the relationship assistant within Dynamics 365 for sales. So the next area I want to look at is the quote. We recently launched our new quoting module within our Smart CPQ for performance quoting. And what we've been able to do is enable enterprises to handle quotes that include up to tens of thousands of line items. So when you have potentially a long-term agreement that you're working through, maybe doing a bid response type thing, we're able to handle that volume, and the sales rep can still work within their Dynamics environment. So here I have a quote that I've already created. One of the things I want to point out is on the right side here is some new things that we've been innovating with the Dynamics team. So those controls where it says Smart CPQ steps and Smart CPQ reports, those are actually running in the unified client built using the PCF framework that's being leveraged in the unified client apps. So I'm going to jump into my quote. I've already set this up for this demo, and so we're going to take a look at the pricing. So as you can see, I'm still in Dynamics. I've leveraged the expansion capabilities to kind of expand out where I'm working within my quote. I can expand here and take a better look at the line items. And then the next area I want to showcase to you guys is our price optimization. So within the quote, I'm able to understand what level of discount or pricing I should provide for each of my line items. This is using Pro's price optimization solutions. This is an AI-based solution where we are bringing in transaction data, competitive data, third-party index data, and processing that to understand that customer's willingness to pay at that time of transaction, and even based on what kind of channel they're going through. So for example, I can take a look here at my pricing guidance for this particular virtual server. I've got my expert, target, and floor pricing provided right there. I can toggle between that. And what a lot of our customers do is tie that to their approval workflow. So this has been a real game changer around efficiency, because as long as they stay within that target, that quote, that large agreement no longer has to go to the deal desk, and that's turned around, making that quote turnaround time much quicker, but also providing pricing that wins. So we've seen with our price optimization customers using it within their quoting solutions, very quickly recognize 100 to 300 basis points of margin improvement by using the Pro's pricing guidance within their quoting. So I'm going to close this one out, or I'm going to minimize here. And next I want to take a look at deal insights. So within our CPQ, we also provide some visualizations as far as kind of the quality to the quote. And this can be provided to the sales rep as well as to the sales manager. So here's kind of a simple example where I can see a summary of the deal as far as the total pricing, the total discount, a margin analysis, as well as from a sales rep's perspective, kind of what is my compensation looking at. So typically within Pros, we don't hold that quota and that compensation information, but if that information is within the CPQ environment, we will pull that into the quotation configuration, price, quoting workflows, and can surface that up. So with that, I have my quote. I have the ability to close, and what that does when I close is synchronizes all those products, all that pricing into the Dynamics environment. And what we're working on here is once we do that synchronization, you're able to leverage that data and that insights into building out custom dashboards for your sales manager. You can understand where your sales reps are potentially underpricing, offering exceptional terms, commercial terms from that standpoint. You can take a look and see what type of configuration options are being selected, all from within your Dynamics environment. So with that, as you can see, showed a few points where Pros really brings in the intelligence into the configuration price quoting workflows, but all within the sales rep not having to leave that environment. So thank you. I'll let you.
I'll do it. Great, thank you so much. And I'm so glad that we got a demo of the PCF controls, because that's one thing that I forgot to mention about, which is one of the more exciting things about what we've been working on as a platform. So PCF controls stands for Power Control Framework. And the Power Control Framework gives you the ability to create a visualization of the data that sits in CDS. And you can basically make anything that you want with it. It's currently in preview. It will be going GA sometime in the next couple months. I'm not allowed to say when. But that will be available for devs to create a very immersive experience. So you could see in the pros demo, there were those boxes. They built that code along with our dev team side by side and trying out how to build that in Visual Studio and publish the code. There's a test harness that puts it right back into Dynamics. So it's very exciting to see our partners build these great immersive experiences, and we really loved working so closely with them and hope to build a lot more to come. And with that, I'm going to talk about a little more to come. So let me go past this. So we are, this is our digital loop, or the running ant slide, as I like to call it. We think of these 4 different blades of the propeller and how we can pull that data and bring it back in to make actionable insights back to the sales rep. And with that, with engaging the customers and our partnerships with our CPQ vendors, we think of single sign-on as being an immersive experience. We want it to feel like one application to you. We don't want you feeling like you have to leave the application and get another pop-up window where you're completely outside of CRM and not sure if you're ever going to come back again. And with that, we wanted to have a more seamless UI experience, and PCF is just the beginning of that. We hope that a lot more of our partners, not just CPQ, but beyond that, are leveraging the PCF control framework to build controls embedded into the screen. Because with the unified interface, those controls will work on mobile, and you can change the control to make it work more mobile specific versus being in the web. That different visualization can adapt based on the size of the screen and also what kind of interface that you're looking at it from. We're also looking at how to transform these products, your products as a company that's building products, doing product bundling, demand forecasting. All of these things are in their future roadmap of where we want to go with our CPQ partners. Those, again, are things that we don't look as Microsoft as being our wheelhorse right now because we aren't in the CPQ business, so we're relying heavily on our partners. And we're also relying on our customers to tell us what they're looking for out of this roadmap of the partnerships. So we're happy to hear your feedback on that. So we do have time, and I think it would be good to invite back up our partners to the stage, and we can take questions from anybody. I think some people had some questions earlier. Yes.
Yes, I should have mentioned that earlier. Yes, X Projects integrates with BC as well as NAV.
Yes.
So if we want to send out your proposal to the customer, is that done through the standard Dynamics solution, or do you have like in CPQ tools one for that?
Do you want
So for us, we have embedded within our CPQ tool a proposal generation and document template. It integrates directly within Dynamics. So actually, if you saw kind of those tools on the side of the quote screen, it's generate proposal. Pros does that, but it's seamless to the user, and it looks like it's in Dynamics, and it actually attaches to the quote object within Dynamics for sales.
And for X Projects, our customers use out-of-the-box Dynamics quote-to-quote capabilities and sending the quote out of the box. Some of our customers also use best-of-breed third-party tools such as ExpertDoc. Yes, sir.
I have another one for quoting. Is there any integration with data such as product stock availability at the quote level, or
Yes.
how is this managed since both the product catalog and CRM and your ERP?
Right. We might have two different answers to that, and it's probably a deeper question than we could take offline, but I'll just say quickly that we can see the data that resides in the ERP system, be it F&O or NAV Business Central, and surface quantity on hand data or other stock information and surface that to the user in Xproject CPQ. We don't force the user to leverage the Dynamics product catalog, but if you do and that information is stored there, that can be seen in Xprojects as well.
Yes.
So Xprologic showed a demo where you started in the Dynamics portal. Is that, and then you opened a configurator, was that meant for like the end-user customer to be able to run the configurator right there from the web? Or is that meant for a salesperson as part of our organization?
Either way, sir. So in that example, it was meant for a distributor or external user to your organization to use a configurator to build a quote for a product or service from a portal such as the Dynamics portal or other Dynamics ISV that build portals for Dynamics. But in that use case, it was a B2B example using the configurator from the portal, or it could be a B2C as well. Great questions. Any others?
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Xprologics and Pros, for coming out and demoing.
Thanks, Sonia.
Thank you.